Hello there and welcome to this tutorial on how to use Acid Music Studio. This tutorial is based on using Acid Music Studio 9, however it works pretty much with earlier versions and most likely later versions as well. This just gives you a general introduction to how the product works. So if you take a look at Acid Music Studio, when it first comes up, first of all, it'll open up this window here, this Show Me How window, which has some great resources. If you look in here, it'll tell you about how to open a file or things a little bit more exciting about how to fade audio, how to change pitch, and so on. Really useful, walks you through. Most of these Sony products are really good with this. If you want to find it once you've closed it, it's under the Show Me How option up here, but we're not going to use it right now. Also, Acid will typically open this stock song, which we also don't need. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and click New, and we'll open a new song, and it opens up a blank screen like this. Now, in order to get our tracks for use in Acid Music Studio, you could of course go online and find tracks or bring them from home, but the best place to start is probably on the media library. And once you're in the media library, you want to go to a folder that's usually called Sounds, and within that, Acid Loops. And once we're in that Acid Loops folder, it pulls up a whole bunch of folders full of a whole variety of different styles and sounds of music. So, good place to start. So now that we're in Acid Music Studio, we're going to create our own song. We're going to go for sort of a techno-sounding song. And the best place to start is with some kind of a beat. And we're going to go to the Dance folder. We're going to actually pick up two different beats, one out of this folder and one out of another one. Within here, there are a whole bunch of subfolders, and we're going to take the one that says Beats. And within that, we're going to get a nice solid kick beat right here. You'll take a listen to this. Very typical club sound, and we're going to drag it and drop it, and right here in our very first audio track, Acid creates a track for us, and we can change the volume of this track. We can mute it if we can arm it for record to record audio over the top of it. We can mute it if we want to listen to other tracks, but for right now we've got it dropped in here, and what we're going to do is you'll notice when we come to the far end of it, it gives us that option to extend it, and we're going to extend it out at least 12 bars to start. So we've got that kick loop. Now I'm also going to get a nice kind of fast techno beat going over the top of it. I'm going to go down to this Power Effects folder and grab some beats from here and club. And the one that I liked here is also number 6, so technical beats. That one. And I'm going to drag and drop that in our second audio track and then drag it out. So now if I hit this button here, it plays both of those from the beginning. Nice solid club sound. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one down just a bit so I give that first one an opportunity to get going before the second one comes in. So our song is going to build itself a little bit. Okay, so here we're just going to speed up the video for a second and we'll add a few more audio tracks. First add another bass line, and then we'll come in here and add some more beats. And there you go, just seeing the basic process there. So now let's see what we have. Now we have a song that builds really well. So what I'm going to do to this to change it up a little bit is I'm going to make this song actually gain in so it doesn't start at full volume, but it kind of eases its way in. So you notice here I've got the normal stretch icon, but if I go in the top left-hand corner, I get this icon here, which shows that bending up. So we're going to drag that over and go ahead and let's see what it sounds like now. So the beat. And now we see that it adds in there a little bit. All right. And once again, we're just going to speed up the video for a second here and add a few more effects. We're going to add this one section here alone by itself, and then we'll play it for you in just a second. So we're going to add this bass line, but alone. So now we have those periods in a song where it pulls out and just gives you one thing. We could do that too over here if we wanted to just have the beats come in for a minute and then come back and add our audio tracks again. And so we'll play that again. can see we can mess with a variety of different things here. Maybe I want this sound here to be louder throughout. Well, if I want to do that, I can change the volume on it, bring it up a little bit. And so now, when you hear the whole song, you'll hear that as a much louder component of it. Which is maybe what we want, maybe not. It's a little bit high in terms of the recording quality, but there you go. So with these kind of things, it just gives you a basic idea of how you want to work within Acid Music Studio. When you're finally done with your song, and let's just say we are, you go to File, Render As, and you can choose any audio types if you want. We're going to choose the WAV file type, which is the default, but you can choose a whole bunch of others in here, MP4s, MP3s, and whatever. But we're going to just choose WAV. And by default, it'll take us to this Acid Music Studio folder. If you put it on here, you'll never see it again. You actually want to put it under your U drive. But in our case, since we're just making this for fun, we're going to go ahead and drop it on the desktop. We'll call it acid1. And we'll say save. But again, you'd put it on your U drive. And when we're done with it, it didn't take very long for it to record it. We can hit open, and it'll open in either iTunes or Media Folder or whatever you have as your default program as a real honest-to-goodness song. And here it is in iTunes. So we're hearing the same song in its completed state. Good luck. Enjoy exploring Acid Music Studio.